Okay, I just started posting on the wrong page. So let me know if I'm on Tamara's paper trail. I don't know. I was on my SSS page. Let me know if I'm in the right spot, because now it says I'm posting to my business page. So we'll see what happens. But hi-de-ho, it is Tamara. I am on Tamara's paper trail. I hope. Let me know who's playing along tonight and if I'm in the right spot. Hi, Janet. Am I on Tamara's paper trail? Hi, Teresa. I hit, it's 7 o'clock, go live. And I went, I'm still on the SSS Super Team Events page that I was on the weekend. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Donna. Okay, I'm thinking I'm in the right place. Hi, Shayla. Happy Monday, everyone. Hey, Tracy. Hi, Chris Stones from Australia. How are you? Haven't chatted in so long. Hope you're well. As you guys are strolling into your winter, we're starting to stroll into our summer. Can you believe that it's almost the longest day of the year? Holy cow. Hi, Donna. I just mailed your package this morning, Donna, your stamp set that you won. Lillian survived the day. Lillian, I hear ya. You needed to escape for a little while, did ya? Hi, Sherry. Okay, give me a thumbs up. I am on Tamara's paper trail, right? Just double checking. That's what I think I am. Yeah, I had a day too. I had to adult all day. I don't take Kylie to adulting on a Monday. It's Monday. I'm supposed to be working. Okay, I got some hearts and thumbs up that, okay, I'm on the right page. Excellent. Gosh, this week, I can't believe it's Monday. The weekend went so fast. Saturday was the my team event. And by that, I mean, it was like a super team event. There were, 13, 14, 15 teams together. There's, I think, over 300 people in that page. So my girlfriends and I, you had to get fitted for a leg brace. Shayla, that doesn't sound fun on a weekend. No. Bitter cold, eh, Chris? Oh, it was a lovely 21 degrees here. It was great. Why are you getting a leg brace, Shayla? What the heck? Anyway, so we had our team event on Saturday, and that's always fun. I had planned my next classes. I've got the Sweet Songbird classes coming up, and I haven't designed anything, so that was supposed to be today. I thought, I'll do it on Saturday, like I was supposed to design today, because I was supposed to design it on Saturday. And yeah, I wasn't feeling it. I started trying to pull the odd thing for the garage. I'm doing a garage sale, an in-person garage sale in 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know what I ended up doing. I think I might have taken a nap. I don't know what happened on Saturday, but I was a little bit out of it. And then yesterday, just went in a blink. I took yesterday off. Hi, MJ. Hello. Hi, Mary. Yeah, the SSS is always fun, Teresa. That's one of the reasons you want to stay in the team for sure is that event. It's anyway, so my girlfriends, like 13, 14 of us, we all get together and we do demonstrations for our teams. So there are like 13 teams across Canada who take part in this. It's an all-day crafting event where you just watch us and then you make the projects that we make or something inspired by the projects we make. And there's prizes and it's just lots of fun to get together with our teams. It's our little thank you to our gals for being in our team. But they don't know what's wrong. Oh, hurts to touch it. Oh, no. That's not okay, Shayla. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I hope you get some answers soon. Today, life kept happening. So I do apologize for things coming down late. I usually get 3 or 4 messages going, is there a class tonight? What's going on? You're late. And I didn't have any today, so you must have known that life was going on, or life was going on for you too. So we did get a little bit of a late start on prepping, but I'm hoping you have a lot of scrap lying around. I do, and actually that's one thing that I put together for my garage sale is I just chuck a bunch of the scraps in a baggie and I'm like, here, $2, make it go away. And I'm ashamed to say that I actually did cut some strips out of some new paper because I didn't have a lot of scraps. I might try, I have a bunch of scraps from those little tea packets that I made. So I've got these scraps. Remember last week I showed you these little tea. Did I show you these? I think I did. Anyway, it fits a tea sachet and or a gift card. So this is actual gift card size. I just I measured out a gift card, and so a little tea packet will fit in there. But I ended up with 20 pieces of this left over. So I think after I've shown you this layout, I think I'm going to maybe use up some of these scraps, like for realsies. I'll use all the purples because I love purple. And I realize I obviously used, well, I can use the other side too. We'll see. Anyway, I cannot take credit for this card tonight. I cased it 95% from the Stampin' Up website. A fellow Edmonton demonstrator is one of our artisans. So there are, I think, 15 or 20 artisans around the world. And what they are they apply to be an artisan. Hi, Connie. Welcome. They apply to become an artisan, and if they're chosen, then they get to create for Stampin' Up! For their Instagram page and for their Facebook page and for their corporate page. They get a box of supplies every month, and then they have to create certain things. So yeah, they're working, and I think they get a $500 shopping spree, Stampin' Up! Shopping spree, but they get this little box of goodies on their doorstep every month, and they get to play with that. So I cased this, like say, 95% from Edmonton demonstrator Leah Fedynak. So Fedynak. And you can see her card is on the Stampin' Up! Corporate page. It's got the blue logo. And this card, yeah, I wonder where it is. Oh, Lord, where did I put the card? It's that kind of a day. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay. All right. So I hope you have some strips all cut and ready. It's going to come together sort of fast, and then as always it's the decorating that takes forever for me, and I'm going to take my time and do it. I really like the way that Leah did hers, so that's why I copied it, but I might try it with another paper after I've done this one. So it's 7:07. Let's get started. We've got Mr. Pointer, and so we're going to start off with, let's get this all together, a standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to fold that in half and score it, or burnish it. I don't usually score my card bases. A lot of demonstrators do, but I freehand it. I don't know. They never seem to line up exactly in half anyway, so I just fold it and use my bone folder. Okay, so there's our card base. Then we have two basic white layers, 5.25 by 4, and actually you could use any color. These are going to be covered up. They're going to be hidden. So they could be any color you've got. If you're trying to use up some old colors that are retired, you can do that. But the white, you know, just in case something's going to peek through, I went with the white. Okay. So these are just some shapes that I kind of pulled apart. We're going to use maybe for the sentiment. I don't know. We'll see what I'm going to do yet. And usual tools. But the main thing we need here, we need 11 strips. 11 strips of paper that coordinate with each other. So they're 1/2 inch wide by 6 inches long. They don't really have to be 6 inches long, but that's what I told you. So we'll see what we come up with. Now, like I say, I use these 4 patterns from the Tea Boutique paper, and these are the 4 patterns that Leah used. I really, really, really liked them. The other side would work just as well because the colors all coordinate. They're from the same pack. So any of our designer papers should work. I liked this one. They were subtle, soft, subtle colors, and yeah, I liked them. So when I did my first card this afternoon, I used my liquid glue, and then I had a little bit of regret after that, and I'll tell you why in a bit. But I'm going to use the liquid glue in a different way. Well, yeah, I'm going to use the liquid glue in a different way. I just find that it's going to be a little bit better for this particular project in how we're going to put it together. So let me just get my head around what I am doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, we're going to lay down these scraps. So they're all 1/2 inch by 6, and we are just going to lay them and glue them down on one of our layers, the 5.25 by 4. So I'm going to do it in a pattern, and I'm going to start with, let's see, I'll do the pink. I don't need to be doing this on a silicone mat. Let's just relax here, Tamara. Maybe I do. Hang on. Get my act together. I'm a little, today I'm out there today, more so than usual. Okay, so we're going to do the pink. So I'm going to lay it at an angle. I'm going to leave, there's just going to be a little chunk here. So I'm just going to eyeball it at first. We're going to go pink, just lay out my patterns. The second one is this flowery purple flowery pattern. Now, actually, we don't want to waste, I mean, even though there's scraps, we don't want to waste a whole lot. So you want to get this first one, you know, you want to get it close to the edge. You don't want to be wasteful. And the next one, you have to make sure when we lay it down that you're going to be covering all of the white. Okay, so then this one, and by that I mean, like, don't just lay this down here, because then you'll miss this little nick right here. You have to make sure that it's over here. so that it fully covers your white paper. So the green, and then we'll do the purple. And then we'll just repeat the pattern. So this I found took 11 strips. So we'll do the same. Then we'll go pink, and then the purple, and then the green. No, did I say purple? Oh, the flowers. And then the purple. And then the pink, and then the flowers. Other flowers. Where's my other flowers? I'm missing a piece. Here we go. Flowers. All right, flowers, green, and if need, purple. Okay, so we're gonna lay them and glue them down like this. Hi, Shelly. Happy Monday. Thanks for hopping in. So now I'm going to put some glue. I'm going to do this strategically this time because I didn't do it very strategically. So I'm going to put some glue here so that this strip. Let's see. Let me just I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna do it more of an angle here. So it's going to hang over, but that's fine. And I'm going to do a strip at a time. Oh, it's not. Okay, hang on. Get my pattern repeating here, but I'm going to knock it over. I mean, this is not the only way to do it. It's just the Tamara way to do it. Is this what I'm doing? No, what have I done here? Purple. No, wait, what? Okay, so I've got the pink, then the flower, then the green, then the purple. Okay, like that. So next strip. So I'm going to put the glue on as I go. Originally, when I did this, I just did a square and then squiggled in the middle, and I'll tell you later why that didn't work. So you want to make sure when you're laying them down that it overhangs your white piece. Okay, so you're going to butt it right up against your first piece. And you're just going to keep going on down the line. And you could certainly use oh Lord, Stampin' Seal. But this way you can really get it butted up against the other one because you've got the wiggle room, right? It slides. So with our tape, it's not so easy if you get it wrong. So try to get it right to the edges, and you'll see why in a few minutes here. So we're just going to keep on going, making sure you cover the white, all of the white. It's at a crazy angle. So, hi Barb, happy Monday. Hey Marcella, hello. All right, so now we just repeat the pattern. Pink, okay, let's get to the corners, or to the edges, like I told you to do. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. Pink. I hope you already prepped these pieces or you're still cutting, right? You needed 11 of them. Pattern. You might need more, or oh, that's not, see, it's not, that's where the liquid glue is good. It gives you time to squish it around a bit. What was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. The angle could be different, so you might need, than mine, so you might need more than 11 pieces. But this is a great way to use up your scrap. I mean, we almost all have 1-inch chunks of whatever lying around. So keep on decorating. This is similar to the scrappy strips. Scrappy strips that Bruno Bertucci made popular a couple years ago, where we're using up our scraps, man. Feels good. Unless you're me, in which case you actually cut them special because you're that anal. But I might go crazy and use up those scraps from the tea favors that I made. Oh, okay. Get back in there. Okay. And then the purple. So this one. Now, purple, green. Oh, good Lord. All right. So I'm going to leave these little corners still naked for a few minutes here. Make sure everybody's all nice butted up against each other. I'll leave these ones and I'll show you why after we've done this. You can put this, you can slap this in your trimmer and trim it off. I am going to grab my paper snips and we are just going to cut off the parts that are overhanging. You guys doing this with me? Are you playing along? You're just watching in awe. Ah, there's some glue there. Sticking to my scissors. Okay, so you're cutting off all the extras on all the edges, on all the sides. While we're talking and cutting here, girls, tomorrow is the last day for the starter kit promotion. Now, I have seen there will be another starter kit promotion in July for celebrations. This one's better. Just saying. You're going to get all the in-color stuff for free. Tomorrow at 11:59 Mountain Time is your deadline to get in on that. And join my team. Join my gaggle of lovely girls. All right. So there we have whatever it is I'm making here. Yay, MJ. Excellent. Just watching in awe. Painkillers. Oh, Shayla. Did you fall or did you do something? What the heck, Shayla? All right, I'm going to fill in these little spaces. So what's the pattern before the pink is this purpley one. So I'm going to go in here. I didn't want to have an extra strip just for this. I knew I would have a little chunk that I nipped off. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill this space. And this is where I get crazy about goopy glue squeezing out everywhere, but whatever. Okay, that's there. You notice I'm using my silicone mat so that it is protecting my work surface and that when there is some glue that gloops over, that it's not a big deal. So after the green is also a purple. So hey, is there any more purple that I just cut off? Oh, come on. Okay, well, I'll see. One of these will work. So I've got this purple here. So I'm going to nip this one off here. And it's going to stick to my scissors. It's excellent. I washed the dishes tonight. For the first time, I think, in 54 years, I used rubber gloves to wash the dishes because my nails, you guys, this polish I put on a week ago Saturday. And it still looks like new, but I thought, I don't want to tempt the gods right before I go live. Like you can see there's the growth, right? They say when you put it on, embrace the gap. You don't want to put it right up to your nail bed. But anyway, this, like, if I didn't show you that part, you'd think that I had just done these. So I didn't want to tempt fate. And so I washed the dishes with gloves on to protect my nail polish. I'm such a dork. But they had such a good promotion on for the stuff that I buy, the Gel Moments. It was on, like, it's regular, like $25 a bottle, and I got it for 17 something. Like, it was just such a good deal, so I had to buy another 3 of them. I've got more nail polish now than the nail polish company. Okay, this, I'm going to wait for, this is such a tiny little piece. I have to make sure that this is dry before I try to cut it. There we go, like that. I went over to my dad's yesterday. My mom had an errand to run. And so I went over and hung out with my dad for a bit. It was sad that we were watching some war stories, some war memorial stories, because it's Memorial Day in the States, and got Dad quite emotional. His uncles were both in the war, so yeah. But it was nice to go over on a Sunday. I did nothing. I did yesterday. I took off. I took most of the day off yesterday. All right, so now we've got our beautiful little piece. You sat in a chair, and when I stood up, my leg was dead. And I fell backwards in the chair. I haven't been able to walk since. Good Lord. Could be a pinched nerve. Ooh, Shayla. Don't be doing that. Oh, hi, Jennifer. Yes, it is a great way to use up scraps. Absolutely. But unless you're Tamara, in which case you make scraps out of brand new pieces of paper, because that's who I am. All right. So bring in your trimmer. Bring in the piece that we've just completely covered with designer paper. And you're going to cut it into 4 1-inch chunks. So you put it at 1. And we're going to slide it up. We're going to cut it at 1. Slide. I'm doing 1 on this side of the trimmer, in case you're thinking, are you crazy? Yes, I am crazy. But that's where I'm coming up with this. I like that the measurements are on both sides. Okay. So I think we're pretty much done with that for now. So now I've got these 4 pieces. Now, where did they... So this was our original piece. Now we're going to rearrange them. So, well, that doesn't really look very rearranged. So we're going to go, say, like that. So you're going to rearrange them so that it looks like a quilt. How cool is that? So it's kind of like there's a technique out there, the cut, stack, shuffle. Okay, look, this little nip is going to come out. The stack and shuffle technique. This is it's the same idea. So however it was like this. Nope. It was like this. So then I put number 4 over to number 1. And I put number 3 is now this number 3. Yeah. Let's see, is that mixed up enough? I don't think so. How did I do that? Oh, something like that. Let's mix them up. I don't know. No. There. I want it to look as mixed up as it can be. So it looks like a quilt. So now what we're going to do is we're going to attach it to our other piece of layer. Is this it? Oh, it is. Okay. Now, I think, again, I'll use the liquid glue so I have room to move it around. So this is going to be piece number 1. So again, I'm going to do it on my silicone mat. Okay. There we go. Jennifer, have you been making cards lately? I know you've been busy adulting. But the starter kit is on offer again, where you're getting like all the new in color ink pads and the cardstock and the grid paper and the designer paper, which is in low inventory actually, the designer paper. And that's all free. I love free. Free is my favorite. But you know that already. All right, so we're just butting these up against each other. It's going to look like a quilt. Now, this is why you can see these little pieces. Like, this is why you want to make sure you've applied glue everywhere. Hi, Nancy. Just watching. Yeah, I saw your I saw your grass there, Nancy. Did you get your lawnmower fixed, or did your neighbors help you out and come to your rescue? Okay, that's a little gloopy. You been on your bike yet, Nancy? Got that bike out and working? Okay, so this one, make sure he's out. See, this is the beauty of the silicone mat. And then the last one here. So demonstrators, Wednesday, pre-order, pre-earn for celebrations. It's going to be a fun day on Wednesday. I'll be at my dad's. Maybe he'll sleep in and I can get some shopping done. Okay, so this one, yeah, I started off, it's a little bit crooked, but we can still trim that up. Anyway, it's going to be an exciting day on Wednesday. And then, on Tuesday, also, anybody who's Silver Elite and above gets to register for New Orleans. That's where Backstage, our leadership, is in New Orleans. And darn tootin', I am going to that. Going to that. I just found out. Oh, excellent. That's nice, Jennifer. I just found out today that I might not be able to go on the trip that I just earned. So I was a little upset about that. At least so the trip that was supposed to go to the Baltic, it was changed to Norway, right? And that's great because there's a war, in the Russia-Ukraine area. So they changed our trip to Norway. What I didn't realize until today is they also changed the date by a week, pushing it back a week, which means it pushes it into the time when Alicia has her grad. So I'm still thinking I might go. It's a 1-week cruise. I might just go and fly home early for the grad. But yeah. Hi, Nikki. I'm glad you can make it. All right, so you can stop here, right? This just looks like a quilt. And isn't it? This would be such a great card to give to your friends who do quilt. This drives me a little bit crazy that my glue is dry now and it's not quite perfect, but we'll let it go. We'll let it go, Tamara. Now, if you have the stitched greenery die, this card gets that much better. Dig it out. Dig it out. New Orleans is your favorite, happiest place on earth. Nancy, you should come with me. Oh my God, that would be so much fun. Oh, I can't wait. Like, a lot of people aren't going just because of the timing. It's the end of August. It's like the weekend right before school starts. It's hurricane season. It's going to be hotter than the sun. I'm going anyway. You cannot stop me. Nothing will stop me. I'm going. I'm going to run this through this embossing, or this, what is this? It's a die. That's what it is. Words are hard for me today, guys. They're hard today. All right, so I'm going to run this through at a bit of an angle, though. Tamara, you know better than this. Okay, you guys know. I'm going to put it through at an angle. It's easier on the die. It's easier on the rollers. Now, this is going to be a little tight because I have 2 pieces of cardstock and designer paper. Okay, hang on. Why do I have... Oh, hang on, you guys. I have my heater on. I'm about to die. It was cold when I first came down here. Whew. It cooks in this little room when I've got all the lights on and crafting up a storm. Okay. There we go. All right. So crank this through, and it is tight. I probably didn't need that shim. Put your body into it, ladies. Oh, another thing I did today. So I broke up with Jenny today. Yeah, I officially said I'm not coming anymore. I'm going to do this on my own. Wish me luck that I don't gain every ounce back. It's time Tamara stands her own 2 feet and flies solo. So I broke up with Jenny. So it's been an interesting day. All right, look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh. I need to send this to my friend Terry. Helen, you might get one of these. Gail, do you quilt, Gail? Or is it Paulette? I know a few quilters. But look at this. It just looks like quilting. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. It is so good. If you don't have that die, Teresa, well, then you just don't do it. This is the only one that truly it makes it look like a quilt, right, as they do the stitching. So I would just leave it. It was lovely before. It was just like a quilting pattern, right? It just looked like quilt blocks. Actually, I lie, Teresa. I lie. Oh, you won't have the stamp set, though. I'm going to show you something else. If I ever get this card made at 7:28, we'll see where we go. So now we just embellish and decorate. So I grabbed my metallic woven ribbon in the new Parakeet Party. So we're going to wrap it around our card 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That's how I usually measure. If you're doing it with a bow, like if you're tying something with a bow, generally speaking, it's 4 lengths of your card. So I'm going to tie that in a bow. Just trying to make the tails the same length, like that. Tied in a knot. This metallic ribbon is quite nice. It doesn't stay tied if you're just doing a teeny tiny little bow, but on this card, it's a bigger bow and it does stay tied. So this is where I deviated from Leah's card. Hers, she used the white crinkle seam binding, which I use on like 90% of my cards because you guys know how much I love that stuff. But this one I thought, let's just do a little extra pop of color. And I'm going to trim these without cutting my finger. Trim those like that. Okay, so I'm scooching this guy over to the left. Now on mine, I'm going to use, is this the right size? I think it is. I used a different die. Okay, I'm just going to show you the rest of the card now, and then you'll see where I'm going with it. So this is how I decorated it, and this is 90% Leah. I can't take credit for it. So hers was in white. She used the purple flowers. So these are the ones, they actually carried over, so I'm glad. Thanks, Gal. Hi, Gal. The loose flower flourishes. So I just found, because the purple one was going to fall on a purple spot, it got lost. So I went with the, whatever color this is. I want to say the peach, but it's not peach. What is it? I don't know what it is. Whatever color. Probably pink. What is this color? It's not petal pink. It's, oh, the peekaboo peach. Is that a thing? I don't know. What is this? No, I don't know what it is. It's from last year, but it's not pale papaya. Is it pale papaya? Sure it is. It's pale papaya. Let's go with that. Thanks, Nancy. Now, she, being Leah, had, I think, cut this. It is 1 inch by 3 3/4, and then she flag ended it. Now she had some white, like, so you see this white here? I don't know how she got that. It looked like a gel pen. We don't carry the gel pen anymore. I tried it with my chalk marker. It was too light. I tried it with my Whisper White pencil crayon. I'm not really sure exactly how she did it. So I thought, let's just cheat and make this a little bit easier. So I grabbed this, is one of the dies in my new favorite stylish shape dies. So I ran that through this, whatever paper this is. Don't remember the name. Oh, it's hard today. Fresh Freesia. Okay. So for that one, I'm going to, first let's do this. We're going to pop this up on dimensionals. Get it together, Bertram. So this one, I like to go heavy on the dimensionals. So I'm going to go with 6, 1 in each corner, 1 in the middle, 1 over here. Take those off like that. Garbage. Make sure I've got the card the right direction. All right, so let's go like this. So he's up on dimensionals. Doesn't that look like it's been stitched with a machine? I love it. It's so awesome. Hi, Lynn. Okay, so this one I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals too, but I want to be careful. I don't want to have the dimensionals hitting the twine. So for this one, I'm going to use the mini dimensionals, and I'm going to lie them along the edge down here. And I'm going to use 3 so they don't hit the ribbon. If they land on the ribbon, then this piece will just kind of flop around. So you just want to be cognizant that your dimensionals are going to straddle the ribbon. Like that. And this way the bow just really kind of sits in that crick. So I love that. Then what she did, she took a piece of vellum. And let's get busy with some vellum. Where is my little poofy thing? So who's excited, who noticed that the embossing buddy has come back? It's in a little kit for $30-some where you get the tray, a brush, and the embossing buddy. And we are all very excited about that. Wait, Versamark. Okay. I just rejuiced my Versamark. Do y'all know that these things can be rejuiced? I wonder where I put it. There it is, falling down. So we can get the refills just like you do with the inks. And you simply squeeze and, squish it on there. You don't have to do too crazy. Don't go too crazy. Then I got my stamp from this new set, Good Feelings. I got this one free from On Stage or On Tour or whatever the heck I went to. I'm just so happy for you. And now that this is nice and juicy, it really needed to be. Because I'm stamping on the vellum and I wanted really good coverage with my white embossing powder, just right here. So I'm going to get that out and ready. Okay, did I do this already? I think it is. So the reason you use this is you want to get any of the oils and or the static off of the paper that you're going to be stamping on so that you don't get extra little flecks of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this twice. So I'm going to do it here. So it's nice and juicy. This is my technique if I don't feel like getting the spoon dug out. There's a little color in there. There's a little fleck of red. I don't know why. Looks like paper. So I'm going to get that out and recover. Excellent. Now this, even if there are a few flecks and flakes where I don't want them to be, that's okay because I'm going to cut around it. But what I want to do here, I'll just show you a couple Tamara tips here. So you can take a little paintbrush. So let's just pretend that we weren't going to cut this out, which I am. You can take a paintbrush, soft brush, a Q-tip, and just kind of flake it off, like get rid of the little speckles that you don't want. Okay. You can also take your pokey tool and just kind of like, I've got one little flake right here that I don't want. You can just kind of scrape it there. The other thing you can do is you can grab your the putty end, and you can kind of pick up any little goobers that you don't want with the putty end. We'll stick to that. Like that. Okay. Now I'm going to heat set this. We'll wait. Actually, we'll watch the magic. I know, I've got my embossing buddy too. I've got one that's, let's see, I've got two here, Janet. Let me grab the other one. I have two other ones. This one is my original one. It's almost empty, like it's pretty scabby. I can almost always assure you that if I have one of something, I have three. So you can see it melting. And this is the beauty of having a juicy Versamark pad, is that you get a really great full coverage and a good melt. So a couple little Tamara tips. If there's a spot where you didn't, okay, so look at my little O. You see my little O? Is that gonna focus? Probably not, I'm too close. The O isn't 100% covered. So what do you do about that? We used to have what's called a Versamarker. It was like a pen that was Versamark. Well, you can kind of create your own. You can get, all you have to do is just take your clear embossing refill, and you can just put a little dab on your silicone mat, and you can pick that up with whatever. I'm just going to use my pokey tool. You could use a Q-tip. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the liquid, and then you can dip it in your embossing powder and remelt that little section. And that didn't work very well at all. Made it really goopy. I applied quite a bit apparently. But that's a Tamara tip. You can do that. Or if you have one of our old Versamarkers, you can do that. Let's see. What else can I teach you about that? I want to put this back together, or I'm going to end up spilling it all over my desk. I don't really want that. No. There's a trick to these containers. These are dollars. There we go. All right, so I'm not going to do that because it wasn't that bad. All right, so I'm going to fussy cut around this. Sorry, Jennifer, Princess, if you're in the house. I didn't see you announce that you had arrived. That's Jennifer V. Jennifer Pike. I don't want you. Jennifer V refers to herself as Princess. Anyway. Now, the other thing you can do is you could just do the So Happy For You, which is what I was planning to do, but I forgot, on the purple piece. I thought we could just emboss that on the purple. And maybe I have time. So, yeah, I got 7:38. You don't have to see me create the same card 9 different ways. This is kind of like a Check It Out Tuesday, mixed in with a Mystery Card Monday, right? A few tips here. They're having finger troubles here. Uh-oh. I know. I love heat embossing too. Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't heat emboss, or you love? Okay, love the heat embossing. I don't know what's happening there, Gail. Yeah, your fingers aren't happy. 13 or 14 years old. I know, it's crazy. So this is now how I'm putting this on here. So a lot of people say, how do you attach vellum, Tamara? When you put adhesive on it, you can see it. Well, as long as you put adhesive everywhere, you're good. You just have to make it everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this halfway through the I'm and halfway through the for. So I'm going to grab my glue, and I'm just going to make sure that I put glue all the way up to the I'm and halfway up to the, good Lord, halfway through the for and halfway through the top and halfway through the bottom. Let's go with that. Then I'm going to grab my finger, and I'm just going to go like this because words are hard. And I'm smearing that glue everywhere. Then I'm going to pick it up messily and put it on my banner. And if all goes well, you won't see the glue. So we're just going to hold it there for a minute. We're going to wipe off our finger. Well, where's my... Oh, I thought I had a fresh... No, I didn't. Okay, hang on. You don't do heat embossing often enough. Okay, I get it, Gail. I was like, what? Never met somebody who doesn't like heat embossing. And I don't either, because it's like, oh, it's a bit of a fiddle. I have to... My tool is way over there. I'm just getting out a wipe because my fingers are now all sticky. All right, so that is a Tamara tip on... You guys should see my drawer. I gotta show you my drawer. I can't show you my drawer. So my drawer is from Michael's, and I'll take out my baby wipes and then I tuck it in the top drawer. Well, guess what wet baby wipes do to wood? They're swollen like this. Like, I've ruined my drawers, but anyway. All right, so there we have that. I'm going to grab my flowers and some glue dots and my pokey tool, and I'm going to get busy putting down some glue dots. I want one here, and I want... Now, the small flowers, the glue dot is too big, so I just kind of fold it on top of itself a few times to make it smaller. And then one's going to go up here. So let's see what colors we're going to go here. I think the purples... I could do the pinks, you know, like the pink. But does the pink go with the green? I don't know. I don't know if we can just start bringing in a pink, can we? What do we think? Maybe we can. Let's go crazy, you guys. It's a flower. Oh, my nails grew overnight. Let's see. I love the purple ones, but like I say, they get kind of lost on this purple banner. No, I don't know if I like that at all. Okay, so this is why, you know, you need to be really making sure that you put down all of the glue on all your pieces, because these can lift out once you've cut them and moved them around. Okay, can I do a purple one there? What if I do an orange one here? Purple one here. Okay, they really stick. Holy cow. Do a purple one here. I think it won't get so lost there. Does it? Does it get lost? Kind of. All right, forget it. Go back to what I had. Pale papaya. Pale papaya. And this guy. Yeah, you don't go. Sorry, Pinky. Off you go. Okay. Like that. Okay. Too bright. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'd have to go. Okay. Hang on. There's a vellum glue. Oh. Who knew? Never heard of such a thing. All right. So there's the card recreated from Leah Fedynak. So what I was going to show you, because it's 7:43, let's just do a few things here, a little show and tell then. So I'm just going to wipe the Versamark off of the I'm Just. And, yep, I'm going to cut out another one of these. Actually, no, I'm going to do it this way. So I want to make sure that's nice and dry. I want to, what do I want to do? I'm going to grab some, so many ways I could do this. Washi tape that I think I saw on the floor. Yes, I did. You are going to grab some washi tape or a Post-it note, and I'm just going to mask off part of my stamp here. Could also use a new item we sell, our new masking paper. It's a full sheet. It's like a full-on Post-it note. So what I want to do here is mask off the, okay, there's cat hair or something on there. I'm masking off the words that I don't want. I just want the so happy for you. So mask those off there, like that. Okay, gonna bring our embossing buddy in and we're gonna smush it on our paper. We're going to grab our Versamark. Thanks, Marcella. Gonna ink up the so happy for you. Nice and juicy, it's all good. Now, don't forget to take off the washi tape. Throw it away before it gets everywhere. And I'm going to, like that. This time I'll try to use my little itty bitty spoon. It always amazes me, Marcella, that you tune in. I'm so asleep at that time. Okay, so like that. Now I'm going to bring in my paintbrush and get rid of the flakes that I don't want, or flecks. Heat a boss. Watch it melt. It's so gratifying. Okay, now I'm going to cut this out. Wow. 11:30. Okay, this is where I go, oh, I didn't do that quite. Oh, it's only just going to fit. Now, I don't have the magnetic plates are currently unavailable. They were so popular, they have sold out. So we cannot order them right now. I'm actually going to tape this down because this is really tight. Like, I can't be getting this wrong. I'm going to tape it down like that. Scooch it over a bit. Oh, only just enough space. So I'm going to go like that. I don't want it to move on me. Like that. Be right back. Okay. Oh, it just fits. Ta-da! Just fits. Like, could have been up a hair, actually, because it bothers me a little bit that these are really just touching the dots, and these ones aren't, so it could have gone up a little bit, however. Now, Teresa, I was going to show you, so that's one little other way you could do it. You could just put that on there, or just down here, right? Don't have to do all this nonsense. I wanted to show you another way to make this look like quilting. So we have a stamp set that I just bought because I saw it was carrying over, so I bought it. So what you could do is, oh, might not work on these ones because these don't all line up exactly. But say you made a grid pattern of like squares. Say there were 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. You can stamp the stitching in Versamark and heat emboss it. So that would be super cute, and it would look like it was stitched. So I actually want to have a play with this stitchery set. I saw somebody else do something. Yeah, almost. I want to say if we went like this. Oh, okay. Let me get some scrap. Hang on. Well, this is scrap. Hang on. Let me find some scrap that I don't love. Or I'll get the two. So let's just pretend. I got time. We're not going anywhere. It's just us chickens, right? So I'm going to just kind of washi tape these two together. I don't know. I'm winging it now. Let's just pretend that this is on a card somehow. And these were, okay. Which one should I do? The zigzag or the tick, 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 ticks? How about the zigzag? I like this one. Okay, so swipe it, get some Versamark, and hopefully we're going to get this. Hopefully this is centered. It's not really. Okay, well, we're going to hope for the best and hope that we kind of get it on both sides of the paper because it's not really centered. might be a set you want to invest in, Teresa, because you do so. All right, this was a mistake because my papers are flopping everywhere. Cute. Okay, let's just pretend that that was on either side of the paper. And let's pretend we didn't have a great big goopy. A lot of pretending going on here, people. Okay, let's heat set this. Hang on, my cord's not long enough. I gotta scooch this way. Burning my fingers. Cute. It looks stitched. Look at that. So cute. Huh? Now, like say, if it was stamped exactly so, that is so fun. Another thing you can do, so pretending, again, we're pretending, where is my, okay, here's my pokey mat. So let's, we don't, well, okay, grab your pokey tool and poke, 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 poke at the tip of where this would have been a needle going through the material or through your cardstock. And then it really looks like it's been stitched. How fun is that? So I think this is exactly what I wanted to play with this stamp set. To do this kind of stuff. This is almost like bubble wrap. It's quite gratifying. Yeah. How fun is that? Love it. Love it. Cool. Now it's not in focus. So there you go. That's what we've got for you tonight. I'm going to put the lid back on this before I spill it. So I hope you guys played along. I'd love to see this with different papers. And like I say, part of me really wanted to do some other papers. I'm not... I didn't have it in me, I guess. I wanted to show you a few tips and tricks on this card. So let's not get little speckles everywhere. But I really love the look of this. So if you don't have this die, I love it. You can do it on any green designer paper and it's just a beautiful background. But this just looks like it's quilted. So I love it. So thank you to Leah Fedynak of Edmonton. Thanks, Liz. Lovely. So I'll take a picture of this one card and I'll post it. And if you guys did play along, or if you plan to play along, if you would post yours in the comments, I would love to see what you came up with. I may or may not get around to posting tomorrow. I'm going to try very hard, but just okay. Last chance to buy that starter kit. If you do get it tomorrow, then you can place an order on June 1st for the last chance sale. So you're going to get the 20% discount from being a demonstrator. You're also going to get the sale prices. So you stack the savings. You also get to order from the new holiday catalog. And you're also going to be earning celebrations items because demonstrators, like i.e. anybody who buys the kit today or tomorrow, will be eligible to earn celebrations products early. And let me tell you, it's a good celebration. It really is lovely. So hi, Linda. Oh, you are. You just popping in. I'm just signing off. So anyway, so lots is going on this week. If you want to be part of the fun, buy the starter kit, save a whole bunch of money, get a bunch of free stuff, and then the next day you can really stack the savings that happen on the 1st of June. So pop in tomorrow. Now I'm upset because tomorrow the hockey game is on and it starts at 6 and I go live at 7. Ask me how happy I'm about that. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. But I will be here at 7. Okay, so we'll take an hour away from the hockey and we'll come down and we'll craft together. I'm not sure what I'm going to show you yet, but tomorrow I will be down here. And because I really enjoyed last week where I had the card prepped ahead of time and then I just got to craft and show you and teach you and tell you. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to make a fun card that'll be with new product, all the new stuff. So I will see you tomorrow at 7. Thanks for popping in, Chris. Hi, Hope. Thank you. PVR of the game, and it's never the same, is it? My husband will be watching it, so it's okay. I don't have to. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'll be here at 7. If you're here, that's great too. It'll just be maybe 3 of us. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Thanks for popping in.